God. So
That's what we're on.
So you're going to start off, yeah?
Go for it.
Oh, you want me to do it all? All right then. Good evening, everyone, if you're still awake. And welcome to episode 2 of...
Blues over booze.
Blues over booze. Although I wasn't in the first episode, so that doesn't really count. Here we are again tonight to discuss the latest goings on at Southend United. Just to quickly update you all, our last game was yesterday away at Scunthorpe. A cracking 4-0 defeat for the Mighty Shrimpers. A ground that we've never won at, to be fair. Following that, other recent news involving the club where our new defender Ryan Innes was sent to prison on Friday. Anyone who's been supporting Southend as long as me won't be the slightest bit surprised about that, you know. This is one of those things. They're amongst the topics for discussion tonight. Who would like to begin?
I'll begin.
I thought you might.
Yeah, he's got to go. I'm sorry, his time's up. I said it on Friday. I'm saying it again now. His time is up. We were all right for 25 minutes, maybe a half hour yesterday. As soon as the first goal went in, heads went down, confidence gone, and he's clueless. He has no idea what to do about it. It's just a shambles. See the goals again this morning? If you haven't seen them yet,
I can't face looking at them again. I really can't.
That's funny. What you said on Friday night is exactly what happened during the game, wasn't it?
Yeah.
As soon as you go 1-0 down, the heads go down, we give up. Because up until that point, as you said, 30 minutes, there wasn't. No, he didn't create any chance. There was nothing between.
He had the other chance. Barrett had the header, didn't he?
Yeah.
Which could save by Daniels,
yeah.
and that was it.
What annoys me though, we played well. We were level with them for the first 25-30 minutes. Once that goal went in, there was no passion, there was no commitment, there was nothing.
No.
And I came back from the toilet at half time. They'd kicked off. Simon Cox was one-on-one with the defender right in the corner, and he just basically stood there and watched the defender take the ball away. There was nothing, and he gets paid so much money. It's wrong.
No.
Yeah,
Something's got to be done. I don't know if there's something going on behind the scenes.
Makes you wonder, doesn't it?
Players don't want to play, but
Well, yeah. I mean, and as you know, I've unlike Shane, who's never exactly been Brown's biggest fan. I was never entirely sure about him when we first appointed him. I mean, his first season, I said we could just as easily finish top as bottom, and just didn't know what to expect. Overall, I'd say he's done all right. I'm always in favour of giving managers another chance, but I am getting increasingly concerned. I mean, on one hand, I think it's pretty obvious that we wouldn't have been able to sign certain players, and we have signed some quality players. We wouldn't have been able to sign those players if it wasn't for Brown. At the same time, how many other players has he scared off? And we've signed these players. Why are we playing so badly? And the thing that is still winding me up, and it wasn't so much of an issue in League 2, but since we've got into League 1, it's just ridiculous. We've been in League 1 for more than a season now, and still Brown seems to have absolutely no idea what even his best formation is, let alone his best team. Is it 5-3-2, 3-5-2, 4-4-2, 4-4-1-1, 4-1-3-1? I mean,
he hasn't had his best formation. He hasn't got a clue from day one, mate. He's never known his best formation ever. We had 46 games last year, and at the end of the 46th game, he still couldn't tell you his best formation. He doesn't know. He's clueless. He looks at the opposition and he decides what formation he's going to play. Like yesterday, what was it? 5-3. 5-3-1-1, 5-3-2.
To start with, and then apparently we switched to 4-4-2 at half time, but I wasn't really taking too much notice. I think by the time we got to the second half, I'd drunk so much that I was I didn't really know
that
what
was
we were
the
playing.
one plus point of yesterday, was beer being £1.94 a pint.
Yeah, which is at the end of the day, that is the main reason for going to away games, of course.
But you've got to look at the goals we're giving away. I mean, the corner, it's a short corner, and Atkinson is 2-on-1. They've got 2-on-1. Why is nobody sensible enough to go out there with Atkinson and cover it? So they get the ball in.
Was that the second goal, wasn't it? Yeah.
You know, it's a short corner. You can see it's going to happen, and Atkinson's on his own.
What gets me is how comes we were so organised at Bolton, and then we go a week later.
At Bolton, we had something to defend. We were 1-0 up by then, and we had something to hang on to.
Okay.
Yeah,
that's what I think.
Yeah.
I mean, we could easily have gone 1-0 up early yesterday as well.
And it's got to be a different story for a while.
Yeah.
But it's just as soon as that first goal goes in, and where's Brown? He was sitting up in the director's box yesterday.
Well, that's because he got sent off again, didn't he?
Well, no, he's good from the first.
Well, yeah, I mean, later on, but or was that? Was he sent off yesterday? Or was it at Bolton? I can't remember. He gets sent off so. He gets sent off so often these days. I can't keep track of it. I know he was sent off recently, anyway. Yeah, it is certainly a bit of a worry. I mean, I genuinely believe, as a lot of people did, that regardless of what happened last season, that if Brown stays, at some point we're going to make it to the Championship. But I still don't think that we're going to get relegated. And I mean, there are plenty of similar examples. I mean, perfect example, Barnsley last season were in the relegation zone at Christmas and they got promoted. But at the same time, the longer the season goes on, it's still pretty early. But if we get to 10 games and we're still in the bottom 4, I mean, at the end of the day, we cannot go back down to League 2. No, we can't afford it because we have got. There's no question. We've got, despite having a small squad, we've got a big wage bill. And I mean, last time we went to League 2, it took us 5 seasons to get out. The time before that, it took us 7. And
to give it up after 2 years, 2 seasons, just
not going down.
Yeah,
No,
it's
we
not.
can't.
It's just-
Can't
it's just-
afford to.
it's-
But we've got
it's
no
just,
goal scorers, have
no.
we? But we've
Yeah.
no one who looks like
When
they
do you make
want
a
to
decision?
put the ball in the back of the net.
Decision about.
Judge me on my transfers. The one player you signed is in prison. Judge me when everybody's fit. When do we stop judging him?
He really didn't do himself any favours when he said that on deadline day at the start of the day, saying judge me when the transfer window closes, and he must have been like, shit, when it did. That was not a good thing for him to say.
He had a list of 12 strikers, apparently. Again, 12 strikers, and how many of them you get? No.
But allegedly it's Marcus Haber we've heard about.
Yeah.
He
yes.
wanted a season deal, didn't he?
Yeah, and we were going to give him 6
Why?
months.
Do you know why that is?
Probably because he's crap, and
Why he
so we
wants
were
a
worried
season
that he
deal.
would be crap.
Now, why we didn't give him a season deal? I mean,
I honestly couldn't tell you.
averages 1 in 3 games.
Unless they're working on the percentages that if we carry on like this, Brown will be gone before Christmas. New man comes in, you've got January transfer window to sign somebody else.
I don't know. I mean, I think it's probably more down to the fact that obviously Cox is going to play and Rangers going to play when they're fit. And
the thing is, I think that's
yeah,
what we're saying about. I know he's struggling big time at the moment. But
that's because he's got no one.
He's had nobody. Like
no,
you see,
no
Mooney and him
support
are
or
playing
anything.
25 yards apart at least. But when you saw him up front with Ranger, he lifted Cox. He set up, played a part in 2 games.
Ranger lifted the whole team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Made the back 4 even look confident, didn't they?
But he just takes them down.
Yeah, I mean, I still think when everyone's fit, our first 11 are still more than good enough to compete. I mean, it's clear.
Your first 11,
Well, it's clear that we are crying out for a striker and an attacking midfielder. Noel Ranger and Anthony Wordsworth. No one better at this level, I think, than them two to bring in.
Princess Tippy Toes as the attacking midfielder.
Well, the thing is, he does score a lot though. I've never been his biggest fan. Yeah, but I mean,
There's no coming in for 2 games and being out for 3 months.
well, yeah, that's the trouble. He is injury prone.
You know.
That's the struggle with us. Like McLaughlin last year, he came in a couple of good games and he was out for 4 or 5 games.
Yeah, but even if we have got all these great players back, is that enough? If Brown is picking the team and just doing mad things every now and then, I don't know.
You look at the second half yesterday, right? He brings McGlashan on, he brings McLaughlin on. McGlashan starts going at their left back and gets a bit of joy out of him. And what's he do 5 minutes later? Swaps them over. Tactical genius, isn't he? And when was McGlashan in the game after that? Never showed.
McLaughlin was lost on the right, wasn't he, as well?
McLaughlin didn't want to know, did he? He just weren't interested.
And I think they might even disjoint in the midfield because they ran straight through for their 3rd goal.
The 3rd goal was just ridiculous, and the 4th goal was even. It was a great finish, the volley. But you just
I feel sorry for Barrett, didn't you?
It's a Barrett hits it
I
over.
feel
And
sorry
Coker
for
just
Ted Smith.
Yeah.
I don't
just
think he
stands
could
there.
have
Yeah.
done anything
No,
with
the
any
same
of
with Wigan
the
last year. He came in at Wigan last year.
But
Team was in
Yeah.
free fall.
as you always, I do rate Ted. I think, but at the moment, I'm not convinced he's there.
Yeah,
But
I think I thought this time last
Oxley, I
year
can't
and
believe Oxley,
another
sorry.
year, keep Bentley for another year and then he'd be ready. But now I'm thinking, no, he's still not ready. And Oxley isn't the answer, in my opinion.
No, I'd rather have Smith in goal.
Yeah,
there must be
yeah.
other keepers out there, surely. Somebody
Yeah.
who just comes out and commands, has a shouts, talks to him.
Yeah, well, not Joe Hart, that's for sure.
You know, or get hold of Ted and say to him, open your gob and talk to him. If Barrett does something wrong, slaughter him. We know he's an icon and he's a god at Southend. Don't matter. You're on the same pitch, mate. Your wages relying on him.
Yeah, I mean the thing is we all saw how badly we started the season last season. I mean we didn't win for ages. We got our first win this season a lot earlier because we were again losing every home game but drawing every away game, and then all of a sudden for a while it looked like we would make the playoffs. And who knows, at some point that could easily happen. It seems to happen on the ground that all of a sudden something will click and we play the same team in the same formation for a few games, do really well, get a few wins before it then just goes mad again. And but whether it's enough, and there's got to be something wrong why we keep having these spells. And when you look at how we've played since last Christmas, basically, there's surely
you've got the same
something
opinion as a lot of them that it all started with the Swindon game. That's all where all this rot started setting.
Yeah, well, the Swindon game certainly didn't help. But at the same time, I mean, with
2 hours in the change room afterwards and all that crap.
Yeah.
Before
But then
4-0 at home to Millwall, didn't we? Before that, Doncaster lost at home.
Yeah.
Then Swindon. So
but then how many of those players are still involved? A fair few of them, despite Brown keeps saying that we've got a whole new team. But yeah, the nucleus of the team is still the same. But at the same time, I mean, how many of our starting 11 yesterday, for example, were played at Swindon? Couldn't have been that many.
Barrett would have done
White, Coker and Barrett, Lenny.
Mooney.
No,
Did
Hunt and
Mooney?
Barnett up front.
It was.
Of
Hunt
course we
and
did.
Barnett,
Yeah, of course we did,
Again, they were 2-0 up and cruising that game, weren't we?
yeah.
Atkinson
Well,
and May have
Sheffield
played
United
as well.
was the same. Was it
Tactical genius tells them go back and sit back again and defend. Instead of letting them play forward. Oh, we're 2-0 up, we'll have that, thank you. Sit back and defend.
And we don't.
Tactical genius.
Do you think all this negativity about Brown's helping? From people, especially supporters at the end of the game, shouting abuse at the players.
Of course it doesn't help, but if you can't shout it at the end of the game, when can you shout it?
Oh yeah, at the end of the game, I don't have a problem with it, but the atmosphere the last couple of home games has just been awful. I mean, it's always bad, especially where I sit in the East Green, and it's just embarrassing sometimes. And when there's and when a substitution is made and everyone is booing straight away, I mean that doesn't help anyone, and I think that's absolutely disgraceful. If people want to boo, fine, but they should do it at the end of the game. And I don't think it. And I don't think it's any coincidence. Yesterday accepted that generally we were a lot better on the road.
We're better on the road,
We've
supporter-wise, because you've got your hardcore.
Yeah, but
But you
performance-wise.
haven't got the
Performance-wise, it's not-
negativity.
No, not yesterday. No, but when you look at our Paul Bauer accepted as well.
Yeah.
But generally, even last season as well, and it was the same in League Two. It was the same under Stoic. For a while under Stoic, we were winning a lot more away games than we were at home.
Well, we went have a go away from home. That was the difference. Starting so we'd go out and have a go.
Yeah.
Brown, we go out not to lose.
Do you think this current bunch of players would perform under a new manager? We're stuck with these players now until
Yes, I do.
January at least.
Exactly.
Well,
I think they would because they know January they would be out of a job.
Yeah.
Well, not out of a job, but they would be out of the team, sitting on the bench warming their backsides. But he says yesterday 2 or 3 old main try. What do you think the team will be next Saturday against Mill? What difference is he? Who's he going to chuck out?
Well,
But
that's
he
the
never
thing we
has
don't
the
know.
same team. I think this is one of our problems. There's no consistency. There's no team building. They don't get used to all playing together because he chops and changes it week in, week out.
Yeah,
Might only be one player.
Well,
To suit your position against them, doesn't it?
Yeah, which I've always been against.
He
Yeah.
changes the system. He doesn't necessarily change the players.
He does change the
He
players.
does to a point, but it's all usually the system he changes. Instead of just going out with one system, that's what we're playing. Get on with it.
Yeah,
Let the opposition. they
That's
play
what
their
we
way,
showed
we're
the other night when Tilson was in charge, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Put on Dave Webb, 4-4-2.
Webby always played 4-4-2.
Straight
Didn't mess about. That's it. You go out and play 4-4-2.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think Tilly has quite as much tactical nous, but then that's probably a good thing. I mean, under Tilly, we only played one way, but we certainly didn't change for the opposition, and I think that's the way to do it. If you're a good team, luckily we were a good team at that time. You just play to your strengths all the time and let everyone else worry about you.
You hit the nail on the head there when you say we were a good team. We weren't necessarily all good footballers, but they were a bloody good team, and they all played for each other.
Oh yeah.
I don't think they are at the moment. I think you've got individuals out there who are just don't play as a team to me sometimes.
Play.
Mm.
They just go through the motions.
Yeah, well maybe I don't know. It's
just frustrating, now, isn't it?
it's
Yeah.
very demoralising.
Mm.
But since that 25 minutes of Sheffield United, when we totally dominated them, when Ranger was clattering everybody in sight, What have we done?
Yeah.
We got a goal at Bolton. We got Bristol Rovers at home. Corner goal.
Yeah,
Fleetwood at home.
Our equaliser against Bristol Rovers is very lucky anyway.
Yeah.
But even in League Two, when we had that fantastic run, won 7 games in a row, he didn't concede a goal for 8, and then for that last game which we had to win, he changed the formation. And we lost 3-1, albeit we always lose at Morecambe. Although, at the same time, you could also argue the fact that there's been a number of times since then when we've won a couple of games, and therefore he's kept the same formation and team, and we've lost, and people have slagged him off for not changing the team. But then,
do you think his experience working at a higher level has maybe cost his downfall in our league?
I think his ego.
It's his ego.
I think his ego, personally. I do honestly.
I think you're right.
But I also think
I do think it's his ego.
But I also think his ego could be to our advantage because, I mean, first of all, we all know he wants to get a move higher up the leagues and manage a bigger team and all the rest of it. That is never ever going to happen if he's a disaster with us. Therefore, he absolutely has to be a success with us, or his career is basically finished.
I think so.
And therefore, well, it would be interesting to see what he does. I mean, he's admitted that this is the toughest period of his managerial career, which is understandable. I mean, he had never managed in League Two before he came to us, and as it stands, he's in serious danger of managing in League Two as well, and that is clearly not what he wants for his CV. So, but I also wonder how much of it, I may be completely wrong, but how much of it of our success in League Two was down to Dave Penny. Because personally, when Dave Penny was appointed, I was more delighted about that than I was when we appointed Brown, because Dave Penny was fantastic as a manager not that long before.
With Doncaster mainly, wasn't he?
Yeah, and
he blew
then
out Oldham, didn't he? He blew out big time at Oldham.
Yeah. But I mean, he did a fantastic job at Doncaster, and just as a coach, I mean, it's obviously since he left, it's not like we've even replaced him, because Coco just basically moved up a position. So, but
of course we replaced him with Brian Horton.
I wonder how he-
and what the hell does he do?
Absolute quality.
What
He was on the
exactly
touchline yesterday.
does he
I
do?
think he got lost.
Was he? I don't know.
He was after Coughlin the way to the
I didn't
director's
notice,
box. He couldn't find his way there.
Yeah.
But,
I can see if Brown ever was to go, I can see him being caretaker.
Who, Coughlin?
Horton.
Horton?
Not
Really?
he is.
Now we get Dave Webb back for an 8th time.
If
Brown went, I'd give it to Coughlin, with Mayer as his number 2.
would you?
See, we've had
The
this.
argument,
and,
I was thinking about that on the way over.
Yeah, Barrett was the coach as well.
We
The
have-
coach.
you
See,
have-
my argument-
Coughlin moves on, then you have Mayer with Barrett as his number 2, and then
Yeah,
Barrett.
like the old Liverpool boot room. You must remember that when Liverpool won absolutely everything by constantly appointing within for a period of 20 years.
I blocked it from my memory, I'm afraid. It's all gone. I don't remember them scumbags more than anything. But
So,
I say that I've had beers with Coughlin and spoke to him, and he talks a good game of football.
Doesn't Brown talk
But
about it?
this is exactly what I'm going to say.
Yeah.
To counteract that, Brown also, you listen to him on Talk Sport. I mean, the guy knows what he's talking about. Don't get me wrong, but knowing it and showing it are two different things. And
Yeah.
I don't think he can. I think he knows it, but he can't
yeah,
show it.
lots of them
Were
talking
you
the
talking
game.
about Brown or Coughlin?
Brown,
I mean,
Coughlin. But then if you put Coughlin in charge, is he going to be the same as Brown?
I thought maybe if we're going to replace, we have to get somebody outside who hasn't been in and around the whole
Yeah, I mean,
decline since January onwards or whatever.
I would be. I
To
think
inject some enthusiasm.
Yeah, there's someone that hasn't been around that. No, David
Yeah.
Mason, he said about wanted Danny Cowley. He's
Yeah, but
really like
what's he done since? Where's he now?
Lincoln,
Lincoln.
top
Oh,
of the
they're
league.
top of the league, aren't they?
Yeah.
But he's
I'm
much
sure I
better
read
than
somewhere the other day that he'd done nothing since, and I just suddenly remembered Lincoln are top of the league, and I'm sure he went
had
there.
them
Yeah.
flying, didn't he?
But he's
He
Yeah.
went
got
to got them flying.
no money. All these clubs have got
Yeah,
no money.
yeah.
And the thing is, that's what Tilson did. He must have been a good motivator. We didn't have a great deal.
But
of
I
money.
I'm
think
sure if you
that's
went to
enough.
Ron and said, "Who's Danny Cowley?" He's, I don't know. Is he
Yeah.
HMRC coming after me or something? He wouldn't have a clue, would he? He wouldn't have a clue.
Well, no, because he
He
doesn't
loves Brown,
doesn't
doesn't
know
he?
about
Brown,
football. at the
you
end
know,
of the day,
Brown is the best self-publicist I've seen.
I know
for
we
a long
don't
time.
agree with that, but I still think, I don't know, I still think there's something Brown has got.
There is,
Yeah.
but he's
When
also
do you
clearly
stop?
missing
Yeah,
something.
as I was
And,
about to say,
and-
how long do you keep going for?
and that's the thing. I mean, say we ended up okay, we ended up mid-table, even in the top half this season.
Yeah.
Next season, we start off the same way. How long do we give it?
We're playing catch up, aren't we? We're looking
Yeah.
we're 6 points off the top. He wants top 6 this year.
With the worst goal difference in the league.
Yeah,
Exactly.
exactly.
He wants top 6. The squad, the players he supposedly brought in want top 6.
They don't show it.
No, and we're already 6 points behind. I know a couple of wins we're back up there, but how long are we going to keep going?
Firstly, you've got to score goals to win games. Can you see where we're going to score goals? I can't see it. Can't see it at all. Then
We're not
you-
even a
then
threat
you've got
from
to
set
win. You've got
pieces,
to
are
keep-
we?
No, we've got nothing. There's nothing
Saying they
there.
don't get set pieces, do they?
Don't get that.
Yeah.
There's something is fundamentally wrong with the club at the moment, and it's the wrong word to use probably, but there's like a cancer in the club that is gradually it's coming down and down and down, and it's now getting onto the
Showing
pitch.
the effect now.
Yeah, and it's wrong.
I think, well, I mean, part of the problem is the fact that Brown is clearly like Marmite. Some people love him, some people hate him, and I'll be interested to find out, going around the club asking everyone, particularly all the players, truthfully, if they were a lover or a hater. I mean, it reminds me of like when you were saying about talking a good game, and I remember when we appointed Alvin Martin, because obviously that was when I worked at the club at the time, so I knew Alvin really well, I knew Ronnie Whelan really well. Whilst neither of them had been a manager beforehand, I remember just watching Alvin in action, I was just like, there's so much difference. This is a proper manager, and I was really impressed. At the same time, especially during the second year of his reign, during the day, I could never get any work done because there were always players in my office because they were always hiding for him because they absolutely hated his guts.
Alvin.
Yeah,
You're talking about the great Alvin Martin that played Keith Dublin as a centre forward.
yeah. So and yeah, obviously he, I mean, he was a really nice bloke, and I felt sorry for him. But yeah, at the end of the day, he was a complete disaster, and the players hated him. And
Why did they hate him then? Just because of his.
I don't know. It was weird. I mean, yeah. I mean, maybe there was just something with all the players that we signed at the time. Although I remember Peter Trevivian saying that at the time that he'd never had such a good, talented bunch of players and have them play so bad. He just couldn't understand it. And again, it was like there was something wrong at the club that was infecting the whole club. And no matter how good the players were that we brought in,
They just got called it, got sucked into it.
yeah, and that seems to be what's happening now. I mean, I'm sure there must be some of our players who must like Brown. There are probably some that love him. Not necessarily the same ones that loved him when they joined, but especially some of the ones who have been there a while. At the same time, I bet there's got to be a number of our players, including the first teamers, who probably hate his guts, and would be absolutely delighted if he left.
Yeah, but the counter argument to that is they're professional footballers.
Yeah.
So you should be given 100% when you go on that pitch.
Oh yeah, and I agree with that.
I don't actually believe some of